nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle. Be feeling like one of them ball playing niggas, you know.
Motherfucking Mike and Scott.
Yeah, you know a nigga got dough.
You wanna talk about ballin'? Talk about ballin'.
But if I leave,
Hey.
fans still gonna love me.
Used to be using the shoe by the stack on my money back in the day. Thought it was safer than bitch get to acting like she ain't gonna give me no neck. I'd rather go and count me some paper than razor blade saving that work when I got it. Mama was mad I was serving narcotic, but what was I supposed to be doing when I could see money and I ain't got nothing in my pocket?
Yo, what it do? It's your dog Paint and Mafia. It's time for that Culture for the Street podcast show. Y'all know what it is when y'all step in the building, man. Smash the like button, drop a comment, all that. But before we go into anything, I want to start this shit out by saying welcome home, Finesse2tymes, man.
Talk to motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Welcome home, player. The biggest player of all time is home. If you don't know what a player is, I'm not finna break that down for you. You go do your own research. But hit the biggest P. You know what I mean? Shout out to that. Shout out to them VLs, man. Shout out to Ghost Mob, man.
Keep in mind, though, he coming home at the perfect time.
For sure.
When he went to jail, Memphis wasn't lit like it's that motherfucker lit right now. Memphis lit right now. When you go music industry, it go Atlanta, which they fading a little bit because Memphis starting to come up so hard. You see what I'm saying? With all the artists and shit. And then
But you gotta think about it. Memphis, you can't exit Memphis out of the rap game at all. They always had their lane. You see what I'm saying? It never was gone. It's just now it's a shitload of new artists. You see what I'm saying? It's a shitload of new artists.
Never been at the top.
Yeah, I did what you saying. I know what you're saying.
Like how Chicago had they top of the world reign, Atlanta and Cali and New York. They never, you see what I'm saying? They got that now though. You got when you talking about top 3 waves right now in music, you got if Memphis ain't in there, you got to redo your list.
That's facts.
If they not in there, you got
to tell you the truth, cuz I've always been Memphis, like shout out to the M, but the Memphis style can't be duplicated. It's always gonna be funky. It's gonna always be what they call it, bumping. And that shit just hard.
I think that's why it's getting the look that it's getting, because it's not a style that you could take from them and then your ass way over here in Utah sounding like it's not. That ain't gonna work.
It can't be duplicated, man. Put it like this. I'm gonna say this, like I said on my blog, man. When you hear Finesse, I'm gonna tell you what I caught from Finesse. I caught a piece of Project Pat in him. I caught a piece of 8 Ball in him. I got a piece of Tommy Wright in. I got the whole old school gumbo of the forefathers with a little bit of the new style. You see what I'm saying? Because just think about it, bro. It ain't too many, like Bag, of course. Bag, he fine with spitting that shit for the women, but Finesse be talking that P.
Yeah, he do.
If anybody that's a real Finesse2tymes fan, if you listen to that, if you're a fan of his music, you hear that man talking about breaking a hole. That's that old Memphis style, man.
But that's what
breaking a hole and robbing. That's what it was all about.
That's what Memphis stand on, though, making easy money, pimping hoes in style.
Yeah, nigga, like shout out to Uncle Paul. He showed it was a while back. They shared a picture. He shared a picture of all of them back in the days, and he was like, "It ain't nothing but pimps and robbers in this picture." You see what I'm saying?
That always
they got
this thing though.
Mm-hmm.
Are they culture? That's why violence so turned up right now. They done took certain losses that affect certain sections of the city, and niggas is standing on business about a lot of the shit that's going on within a city. It just happened to
Yeah.
off into the hip hop world because you have so many niggas from Memphis with some light shining on them. You don't have to be with PRE and CMG, and shout out to both of them because they are the elites of Memphis.
For sure.
At the moment, they in this present time of hip hop, in this generation of hip hop, CMG and PRE are the top of the food chain in the Memphis music scene. But because music in Memphis popping so much around the world.
Hold up, not just you can't forget about little slimy little dude.
Who?
Shiesty.
Oh no,
Even though he over there with 1017.
But when I say that, I'm saying it as a whole because Ice-T influenced the world. But I feel like Paper Route and CMG made niggas cut their TV on and look for Memphis.
I agree.
In so many ways, when Chicago was drilling, when drilling turned into the new thing, niggas wasn't cutting on their TV looking for Memphis. When California was doing their gang bang, the gangster music, the G-Funk thing, and all of that shit, niggas wasn't cutting on their TV to find Memphis. They was looking for the New York and California. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say
now,
this.
Niggas is logging on.
I can't really say that because it's a little different down south. You see what I'm saying?
No, but see, I'm talking about as a whole, cuz.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course as a whole. Of course as a whole.
And Pooh Shiesty influenced the whole goddamn world. The niggas in the UK walking around with the Shiesty mask right now and will like a fish. Like, he influenced the whole world.
He marketed the fuck out of that.
PMG, Young Dolph, and PRE. They influenced the entire world. So niggas logging onto these social sites to check for these Memphis artists because these niggas kick Dorian to the point where Memphis.
Man, I'm always gonna give the M.A. flowers, man, because I'm like I tell my partner when he be telling me, he be like, man, them niggas over here, they some bullshit or whatever. I say, but listen, that probably might how you feel physically, but to us out of towners, when we hear that shit, nigga, like y'all whole style is just that shit hard.
I ain't keeping them in the box. That's what I'm saying. Like with them, Memphis always been in rotation. So I'm not saying they never was getting no look because you always had superstars coming from the M. You always had all the MJGs. You had your dudes coming from over there, DJ Squeakies and all of that. You had a whole lot of niggas come from over there. The 3-6s and all of that. But what I'm saying is, even when that wave was going, 3-6 was big when New York and California was running shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They had to go by totem pole. They wasn't even throwing it. That was at a time when they wasn't even throwing the South on there like that. They was playing the South on the mics, nigga. Niggas Outkast will put a whole solid unskippable CD out. They want to get these niggas 3.5 when it should have been a solid 5. You see what I'm saying? They was like playing like that. Like Face was like one of the first to break that mold where they was like, nigga, we got 5 mic this.
Yeah, then the Aquemini got 5 mics later on. Yeah. You know there was a little.
All the albums that came before that Outkast had 5. They didn't put out.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of bias shit going on. And then there was a like you know, of course they used to do 3-6 wrong inside the source too. You see what I'm saying? Like the source, literally, whoever used to write those paragraphs about artists,
You really
They
can't
used to
be
like.
mad about the source at that time, cuz. And I'm gonna break
No, of course that's a that. But listen, I don't take nothing from it because guess what? I wish it was still here now because it.
would be
Some of
important.
these niggas
Source
music needed to be
source
graded.
survive right now in music, be relevant to the music world if they didn't go set up shop in Atlanta.
You
Nigga, that's
let,
what
let,
this shit
let
said.
me tell you something, cuz. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what's real. I'm gonna tell you why I like the source. You know what I mean? And even though there was bias about certain situations, that shit is like a music report card.
It is, but a lot of to anybody outside of New York State, we look to them as if they discriminated against everybody else because we wasn't in New York. It wasn't that. You got to think New York is like living in 5 states because every borough to them is a different city. To them, they in their own New York. When you go to the Bronx, they in their own New York.
Yeah, for sure.
Brooklyn, they in their own New York.
Right.
You see what
You
I'm saying?
right.
So it's so many superstars. Think about it. MJG, 8 Ball, them niggas had 10, 15, 20 years on top. But because New York had 150 artists that niggas considered the top niggas in the game, it don't leave you no room to talk about them in your book like that unless they paying you because nigga, you can go outside and talk about Biggie, Jay-Z, Cam, Mace, nigga, Jim Jones, nigga, all the old pioneers, Slick Rick, nigga, keep going. We could name New York legends for about an hour.
For sure.
And you can't blame a New York nigga trying to get on or niggas doing New York based anything and then choosing to go with the outside. That's why I said for Source to survive today, they would have to be in Atlanta. Nigga, New York artists get
Of course.
and they take their ass to Atlanta to pop. So you would
They
have
would
to artists would have to be in Atlanta, literally.
they would definitely have to
New
the
York
same thing Drummer did.
because New York ain't the place no more. Or you could sit it
Uh,
in Memphis because you could talk about it's even outside of PRE and CMG, you have a slew of artists that's popping their shit. And that's where
Man, let me tell you what's real, man. Shout out to my dog, Famous Animal TV, because I always tell him that I always give bro his flowers, because I followed his footsteps. But if anytime when it came to me wanting to check out a new Memphis artist, I will always watch his platform because he was pulling up in the hood with his camera and interviewing all these. That's how I found Bag. That's how I found I found so many niggas
a lot of
through.
people don't realize about Famous Animal, you gotta put them in that Zach TV realm
Oh yeah, for sure.
because he's
Like
putting himself at risk to create this opportunity and this situation he got, this space, this atmosphere he got for himself right now. And now that he in that place, he giving anybody that's willing to try to get himself a shot an opportunity. And we need more niggas like that versus the niggas that don't want to show you shit. The niggas that don't
oh
want to
yeah,
love.
listen, man. Famous Animal TV and Grove Hero. Them brothers right there, man. I tip my hat off to them fellas, dog. They putting on for their city.
And they gonna
Shout out to CMG. They doing their shit too, but I'm just talking about the cats that I see that's doing their shit.
they overshadow
And
the Yo Gottis and the shit like that. The people that's bigger than them because of what they doing in the community. When you outside, it's different than saying you outside, you got all the money, but you really ain't doing shit versus you got some money. Niggas know you got some money and you outside putting that shit back into where you come from. We don't see that from everybody.
no,
They do shit.
we don't see that.
They won't show you they passed out 100 book bags and shit like that. Nigga, Grove Hero pulled a goddamn food truck up and just give everybody free food. Like, nigga, that's a little different.
And haircuts.
Yeah, shit like this a little different. He changing how
The
people
energy.
look. He gonna inspire people a different way versus a nigga outside with
Bro,
a bag of drugs.
That's the same shit that Nipsey was saying, not trying to get off subject, but Nipsey said a lot of old buildings gonna crumble and new companies gonna come out of nowhere and the shit just gonna be gigantic. And it's right here in our face. Look how look how the culture is changing, like how we seeing, like you said, these dudes from Memphis, they hitting on the road and they having fish fries and funnel cakes and they got all this shit.
They can create a real life for themselves because it's big. Memphis is a brand now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It ain't
about
shout out to Gotti because he played a big part, and rest in peace Young Dog because he played a big part, and the 3-6s and the DJ Squid, they play a big part. But the young generation right now gonna be able to have careers based off of the fact that they broke the mold, and Memphis is a brand in hip hop.
And we can't forget NLE Chopper. Shout out, young nigga. You doing your shit too.
It's just like Atlanta. When Atlanta took off and ones that took off from Atlanta took off, Atlanta niggas followed suit.
Right.
They kicked the door open. They brought their niggas in, and niggas kept bringing niggas in. Niggas followed suit. Memphis niggas doing that.
Yeah.
Whereas we didn't see that in New York. We didn't see Dipset create another thing. Because if it was other things outside of Dipset, well, how come we don't see Skull Gang? How come we don't see Bird Gang? How come we don't see all these sub things that came from Dipset? They no longer are even, they not even replicating. Ain't no chain swinging about that shit nowhere.
Man, look. It's now like these young brothers are like they getting familiar with learning the business and what it takes. They not going by how niggas was doing back then. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta think about Snoop Dogg couldn't do nothing with DJ Quick back in the day. You see what I'm saying? So think about how much money was lost because DJ Quick fans wanted to see DJ Quick do something with Snoop. And I'm pretty sure Snoop niggas wanted, like his fans wanted to see him do, but because they didn't, they couldn't bring them fans together as a whole and get that bag. Whereas today's music, them niggas doing that. So regardless of their fan base, we gonna do a tape together, nigga. We gonna nigga, shit, niggas get out the joint. These niggas ain't from my state. I'm gonna pull up, nigga, just on some real nigga time. I'm gonna get cousin necklace, let him know real niggas fucking with each other. That shit that niggas wasn't doing back then. Different.
The young niggas doing it.
Like look how Finesse came home. Nick came home.
Shout out to Finesse, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
He got jail clothes on, and nigga, he walking around with 2 Cubans on. This is what I mean by the game is different because he just came home in the 90s. Whereas in the new generation hip hop, niggas feed they people, bro.
They feeding their team. They feeding them.
And that's why I said he came home at the perfect time because he came home at the time where he don't have to help get Memphis on. Memphis home, nigga. All you got to home and be Finesse.
It's and not even that's and all we need is for Honeycomb to come home.
Yeah, Honeycomb too, but
because these two is finna do some collaborating over there at Mob Ties.
We talking about Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
When we speak on Finesse, we talking about Memphis. So Finesse, he played Mob Ties. And I say this because Alabama still got a long way to go before they a brand in hip hop.
No, but I'm saying that to say this. You got to remember why Finesse was gone. He threw him inside of the song that what is called with him and Jay Prince in it when he was like free 2 times. I just want to finesse people. Yeah, you know that both of them is Mob Ties. So
I'm just saying it's gonna be easier for 2 times
Of course, it's gonna be easy.
Because Memphis,
but
brand.
you know why? You know why I want to see that collaboration though, because I feel like they got something in common. Like they got that chain gang flow. They can beat off their chest and just ride. You know how some niggas it take them a minute to catch they freestyle. That shit like second nature to them niggas because they been locked up so long. They been beating on tables.
You have to see that in the new generation of the South because that's the only thing they always try to discredit the South for. These niggas can't rap. When you get to pointing them two niggas out, put them. Who you gonna put them on? Because you just cut the beat on. You don't even need no beat. These niggas is
acapella.
Yeah, right. They do this shit and chew you a new asshole. So it's
different
because they really are hip hop, nigga. When you can do these things, that's hip hop, nigga.
For sure. For sure. That's organic. At its best.
Put on LA Leakers, Funk Flex, Rest in Peace K Slay, Clue, all these mixtapes, and they could sit on that mic across from the DJ and get that nigga 32 to 64 to 100 bars of some solid shit, and a New York nigga outside in all them boroughs gonna have to respect their bars. Them niggas different when it comes.
They literally, both of these niggas literally make videos with a pencil or pen beating and giving it to your ass.
And the shit they be talking about be raw.
Exactly. What can you say when the shit ain't cap?
Honeycomb won't have a problem at all coming home, continuing doing. It's just Alabama just ain't. It's like Ohio, cuz we got a lot of rappers, cuz, but when niggas name Ohio, who you gonna talk about? First thing gonna come to everybody's mind is Bone and shit. After that, you got in the new generation, you got Doughboy and Trippie Redd in Ohio are
Doughboy
in the heads right now of Ohio. So it's like
for sure.
The shit that's going on in Memphis with the smoke in the air like that.
Man, listen.
That's why I said
all I hope is, man, look, I just hope the young rappers from the M move with security, because not saying that you know hoes or whatever, but y'all gotta realize that y'all got some Memphis diehard fans, and I'm one of them. You feel me? And I hate when raw ass Memphis niggas die. I'm just being real.
Finesse gonna change the tone though, because niggas is on right now drilling and shit. Finesse a rapper.
They can't. Exactly. You just called it. The man is a rapper.
He finna get to rapping because he got to get his spot back. So now he finna expose a lot of rap niggas that ain't rapping for not rapping, and he finna put these. All these producers.
It's finna be ugly, man.
And they gonna get him where he gotta be. He finna change the vibes in Memphis and get.
It's listen, man. You best believe them numbers is finna go dumb when he press that record button.
He finna change the temperature in Memphis.
His legacy never died the whole time he was gone. He stood on business in the club to show niggas that he wasn't going. I forgot what, 25 people got hit up in the club. He ain't say nothing. He laid down. That's gangster. Not glorifying people getting hurt or nothing, but the man manned up and stood on heels and laid down. I respect a man before I respect a sucker.
All motherfucking day.
You know what I mean? And on another note, speaking of that, Steven Jackson. What's wrong with you, player? I can't even call you no player. Listen, dog. You made the OGs look bad. What the fuck you doing? Going. Shout out to O Block, but what the hell you doing out there on the block with the 90 babies in the 2000 babies. What is you doing out there with them? They are wolves. They are soldiers that like they living like that. Nigga, you ain't got no if at a certain age, if you ain't moving correctly, man, that shit make you look lame.
This all I'm gonna say. Because for one nigga, you made any nigga over 35 look fucked up. Because you made it look like we wanna be them.
Like them.
Like we look up to them. Nigga,
like,
you're grown
no.
and you're rich. Nigga, you wanna flex? Don't go to O Block, nigga. Open your house up, nigga. Get the chef to cater some shit, cook some shit, nigga, and bring all them O Block niggas to your
exactly. Invite them over there.
And then hold your necklace up in the video and be like, nigga, yeah. Niggas ain't never bringing the O Block niggas to, cause I bet you stand to do that.
I expect that type of energy from a 90 baby or a 2000 baby, dog. I don't expect that from no, bruh. I know that nigga gotta be older than me. I know he gotta be a 70s baby, dog.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm talking to the world, I'm talking to the rappers, I'm talking to the grown folks, I'm talking to the celebrities, the model bitches, I'm talking about all the kids, I'm talking about all you. When the last time you seen an O Block nigga standing in O Block and he said, shit, I want to go to Jordan Downs, or shit, I want to go to South Park.
Go to the jungle.
They don't want to go to nobody else projects, bro. But all you rich, stupid, misled, grown ass niggas are hyped up about being in a danger zone. Nigga, it's a danger zone in your city that you don't even go to and stand in the projects with and be like, niggas can't even come over here. And I bet you they sitting there like, look at this bitch ass nigga. He went to O Block, but he ain't come over here to wherever the fuck. Like, I promise you, they got projects that's dangerous too.
Bro, that's damn near like that's damn near like. I'm just throw a prime example out, not trying to get off subject. That's just like me back in the days. I'm asking somebody to take me to the Magnolia with all my chains on and say I'm outside, nigga. And I'm grown. And it's a bunch of young niggas from the Magnolia outside. I deserve to get my dumb.
Money Gang Vontae get killed in California, in New York like that, in the Bronx, walking around, yeah, I'm in the Bronx and doing this, and them niggas walked you into a pharmacy, the gun jammed, he unjammed it and finished you off. Like, nigga, what is going on with niggas?
It's I don't know what it is, man.
I'm not gonna say way worse because Money Gang Vontae lost his life. Rest in peace, Money Gang Vontae, goes to his family. But Steven Jackson, you a stupid, rich, millionaire basketball player with successful businesses, podcasts, all shit.
You are a successful black man, bro.
And you keep nothing more better to do to be able to put all your jewelry on and check in the O Block. So you could go in O Block and make a video talking about you in O Block. Niggas can't do this. Niggas is over here doing a mural and they ain't got no permit. Nigga, you looked at like you was 13 when you did that. Literally.
Oh God.
We took an L as grown ass men because I don't care what you tied to as a gang or affiliation. You still a man first, nigga. And we took a big L because we let an idiot like you get on social platforms and YouTube and all this other shit and go viral off of making a mockery of your grown ass rich self. And then you left there, you ain't get no niggas no opportunities.
Right. You ain't do no big homie shit like shout out to Wallow. You ain't give no young nigga no LLC or whatever. You out there popping shit like you from they project too.
Like you part of the drill scene.
That shit was the big.
You're gonna go sit down and drink vodka and scotch with LeBron and them, nigga.
That shit was so lame. You. That's the biggest. I'm talking about. That shit so lame. I wish Uncle Murder fire your ass up at the end of the year.
Oh, Uncle Murder gonna fire him up in what it's July now. We got 5 more months, cuz.
Get him Uncle Murder. Don't let him slide. Cause he really made he really made the OGs look bad.
He made us
You
look
know what I
bad.
mean?
Because you don't see Fat Joes, Snoop Dogs, and you don't see these niggas doing that. They come from rough areas too.
No.
It's your area, nigga. You gonna come experience my shit first.
No, niggas. One thing about it, man. When you in a different tax bracket, your mind, your thinking supposed to expand, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You feel me?
What went through this man's head? Cuz
Like
to say
what was it a bet or something, my nigga? Cause come on, you not hurting.
It couldn't have been no bet, man. Cause
You ain't hurting.
Grown ass men to be betting like that, some shit like that.
I could that shit still, like when I couldn't even finish watching the whole video. That shit couldn't even process. I was just like, damn, home. I really looked at you because I salute all brothers that's doing they shit. I mean, not I don't hold my nuts on no nigga. You doing your shit, I salute you. But when you do some lame shit like that, it's like bro, that shit you like.
Or no, nothing like that. Salute to O-Block because they turned their projects into historic.
For sure.
Not a historic, but I'm gonna say historic too. But
it's a notorious spot. You know what I mean?
It's a distraction, cuz.
For
like
sure.
When people in Chicago, they want to. Nigga will put their life in danger just to say, I got to go to O-Block.
But
you can't be mad at them for that because they are. You got to think a lot of these dudes is banking off this shit because they might talk to people on social media, and because they talking to somebody really from O-Block, they can get that pass through there where they can come through there and do their little video. I'm in O-Block, and you know, all these niggas that's from O-Block outside and shit. You know what I'm saying? Granted, they might have charged these niggas some money, but you turned that into you monetized it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So you can't knock them niggas because they turned the poverty-stricken area into a place where celebrities will pay to be able to come.
Right. I done even seen K. Michelle write that shit talking about somebody take her to the O.
You see what I'm saying? It became that famous that people they want to go here like Jordan is at the playground in this motherfucker or something.
But I feel like if the projects were still up in New Orleans, I feel like the Magnolia or the Calio would have been the same way. Cause back then we don't.
I'll tell you why it wouldn't have been the same way. Because in the South, niggas sections it wouldn't have been that way in a lot of states. Because for one, it's territorial, and y'all just ain't about to be rolling up in here. We got shit going on.
Oh, of course, you know they would have paid. They would have paid the people from the street.
Because I'm saying this to say how many niggas outside the rappers, legends outside from O-Block from getting money in the street, they using social platforms to generate a bag. You see what I'm saying?
True.
Whereas you go to fucking Magnolia, Calio projects, this where P from, this where Bird.
Yeah. Nigga, you ain't gonna be turning that camera on around.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be turning that shit. These niggas come from places where niggas shit still going on. They not about to be ain't none of that.
Yeah.
Pass for what? Yeah, you pass through here, we taking everything you got.
Yeah.
We ain't going for that.
Yeah, they don't have no tall buildings, and
you know, Chicago and California just turned it into a hustle.
They don't have no tall buildings or none of that in New Orleans. They got houses and wars. They gonna come get you. Yeah.
See what I'm
So
saying? So, you
it's a
know, but
little
it's
different. So shout out to that boo. But hey man, this all we got for y'all right now, and it's time for that Culture for the Street. But we will be back at y'all ass with another episode. Y'all know what it is. Do not leave about the trap without getting served. Let them know, my nigga.
It's time for that, Coach, for the streets. Woo-wah!